My mother's real story. During the American bombing of Cambodia and the killing fields, life has been unimaginably difficult for my mother, a woman of extraordinary resilience and courage. Born in 1949, she grew up in Cambodia during a turbulent era marked by war, foreign intervention, and eventual genocide. Her story is not only personal, but also reflects the suffering endured by countless Cambodians. Life during the American bombing campaign. In 1970, my mother married my father during the early years of the Cambodian Civil War. At that time, the Vietnam War had already spilled over into Cambodia. Under the administration of U.S. President Richard Nixon, Cambodia became a battleground for American forces seeking to disrupt communist supply lines. Between 1969 and 1973, over 2.7 million tons of bombs were dropped into Cambodia in a campaign known as Operation Menu. This was more than the total tonnage dropped by the Allies during World War II. The bombings killed an estimated 50,000 to 150,000 Cambodian civilians, displaced millions, and destroyed farmland and villages. This devastation played a significant role in destabilizing Cambodia and fueling the rise of the Khmer Rouge. My father, like many men at the time, was conscripted to fight as a soldier. This forced separation left my mother to fend for herself and the family. Despite the chaos, her determination was unwavering. Once, in the midst of heavy bombings, she rode her bicycle for 5 hours with my eldest sister to visit my father at his military camp. U.S. planes flew overhead, dropping bombs in search of communist fighters. She narrowly escaped death, but persevered, walking and riding until she reached my father. Their reunion was bittersweet, as they were separated again just a few days later. Surviving the killing fields. In 1973, my mother gave birth to their second daughter, and in 1975, their third. However, that same year marked the rise of the Khmer Rouge under Pol Pot, ushering in the darkest chapter of Cambodian history. The Khmer Rouge's regime sought to transform Cambodia into an agrarian socialist society, which led to the forced evacuation of cities, mass executions, starvation, and forced labor. Nearly 2 million Cambodians, about a quarter of the population, died between 1975 and 1979 during what is now known as the killing fields. Life under the Khmer Rouge was marked by unimaginable suffering. Families were torn apart, with men, women, and children sent to separate labor camps. My mother was forced to work tirelessly, even after giving birth. She often recalls one of the most traumatic moments of her life, delivering her third child entirely alone. For 7 hours, she struggled without any medical help. She had to clean herself and her surroundings, cutting the umbilical cord with a dirty knife. Tragically, this child would pass away a few years later due to illness. A heartbreaking loss amid so much pain. The Khmer Rouge also targeted intellectuals, professionals, and anyone associated with the previous government or foreign powers. My mother lost many of her siblings and friends to executions or starvation. Every day was a fight for survival, as food was scarce and hard labor relentless.
After the Khmer Rouge and Civil War. In 1979, the nightmare ended when Vietnamese forces overthrew the Khmer Rouge regime. My mother finally returned to her hometown, where she reunited with my father. However, they discovered that many of their siblings and friends had perished. Although the Khmer Rouge was defeated, the Civil War continued, and life remained incredibly challenging. My parents had a total of 8 children, but one died shortly after birth due to illness. The remaining 7 of us grew up amidst the ongoing Civil War, which didn't officially end until 1998. Conclusion. I was born in 1981, during this period of continued conflict. My childhood was marked by the aftermath of the American bombings, the devastation of the Khmer Rouge era, and the ongoing instability of civil war. Despite these hardships, my mother's strength held our family together. Her story is a testament to the resilience of the Cambodian people. She survived the horrors of war, famine, and genocide, yet she fought to protect her children and ensure our survival. Through her struggles, she embodies the courage and determination of those who endured one of the darkest periods in human history. Thank you for watching this video about my mother's incredible journey of survival. The next video will share my father's life story and the challenges he faced during these same difficult times. Stay tuned.